2026 will be the biggest year of our lifetime, okay? This is going to be the most important year of the millennium. Let's break down the major astrology of the year, okay? There's two main time periods where like the majority of the action is going to take place. February, March, and July, August. In 2025, all the outer planets ingressed into a new sign. And most of them are in retrograde right now, back in their previous sign, closing up old storylines, okay? But this year, they're going to move back into their new sign for good, and we are going to be in a completely new era of human history. February 20th is when we have the Saturn-Neptune conjunction, which is just 3 days after we have a solar eclipse. Saturn-Neptune conjunctions happen about every 30 years, but this one is especially significant because it happens on the Aries point at 0 degrees. Okay, this is a breaking down of old structures, and because it's happening on the IC, the home foundation of the United States chart, like this is going to be like a crumbling of the United States government. And that eclipse that's at the same time is a solar eclipse. The solar eclipse starts new things. It's like a new moon, okay? And then 6 months later, we'll have the full moon, which culminates what starts then. And that's when we will be in the second major astrological period. That's when we're really going to get to war, okay? And this is not just going to be the United States at war or any, like this, the entire world, there's going to be revolutions happening everywhere. Like we are, remember Arab Spring? This is fucking the entire worldwide, like Gen Z and millennial spring. Like Uranus, Chiron, and Jupiter will change signs during that middle time. So there will still be some stuff going on, okay? But then July, we get to this major astrological alignment that only happens every few thousand years, okay? And for it to happen right after planets have changed signs, it makes it even more rare. This is like end of the Mayan Empire type astrology, okay? This is like major shift worldwide forever. But it kicks off with a Mars-Uranus conjunction in which is always the start of war in the United States. That's just how it goes because we have Mars and Uranus in our natal Gemini, which is our 7th house, okay? So when those planets are there, that is always some type of battle. And it's happening around 4th of July. And it's at the same time that we have all these other planets in alignment with it too, which doesn't usually happen with the Mars-Uranus conjunction. So it's making it even bigger. And then at that same time, the nodes are changing signs, okay? Lunar nodes show where our destiny is. Oh, and I didn't mention that new moon that we're having in February, that's in Aquarius. It's the first new moon in Aquarius since Pluto's been in Aquarius. That's a sign of revolution, okay? And that's where the war is. So that's like new moon, that's what's going to start, what's going to kick off the war. And then July is when we actually get to warring, okay? And then we move right for 4 weeks, almost all those planets will be in alignment. So that will be an intense time. And then we go directly in August into eclipse season, where we'll have a Leo eclipse and we'll also have another Pisces eclipse, okay? So on this new eclipse cycle that's taking us to war, and then still on the last eclipse cycle that we've been having, like last March and April, you probably had some big events happen. I think there's a good chance we'll see a J.D. Vance presidency this year. We're going to see a big depression economically. The world is not going to be great this year. But that doesn't mean you personally are going to have a bad year, okay? Because lots of people are having great years. If you've already been having a lot of bad years and you didn't let them turn you evil, this will be your time to come up, okay? The universe is like turning that wheel of fortune, and the people down are coming up and people up are going down, okay? So this could be your year. So don't be too afraid.